welcome back to the channel. And today sorry guys, I just got back from doing something. So we have a few new books today, and they're very close. Here's one for the bigger grades, for you guys. Here's one for like second grade. Here's another one here's one for first grade. And definitely this one, first grade. I love this one. This is my favorite book. And I haven't never read this one, so I don't really know yet. So the first one, since I've read it the most, is called The Curious Garden. It's a very beautiful book, so I really hope you're going to enjoy this book, like I do. The Curious Garden by Peter Brown. There once was a city without gardens or trees or greenery of any kind. Sorry. Most people spend their time indoors. Go this way, please. Go. Most people spend their time indoors. As you can imagine, it was a very dreary place. Can you stop it? This is my project. I'm putting it over here. Okay. However, there was one boy who loved being outside, even on drizzly days, while everyone else stayed inside. You could always find Liam happily splashing through his neighborhood. It was on one such morning that Liam made several surprising discoveries. He was wandering around the old railway, as he did from time to time, when he stumbled upon a dark stairwell leading up to the tracks. The railway had stopped working ages ago. And since Liam had always wanted to explore the tracks, there was only one thing for the curious boy to do. It's him, looking. That's him, walking, and then to the tracks, and then here's him, on the tracks, kind of. Wait, let me check it. Why? 1 second. Oh, yeah, sorry. Baby boy. Kitty. What's his name? Liam ran upstairs, pushed open the door, and stepped out onto the railway. First thing he saw was a lonely patch of color. Wildflowers and plants were the last things he expected to find up there. But then he took a closer look. It became clear that the plants were dying. They needed a gardener. Here's him singing with the flowers. Stop it. Stop. And then we have Liam may not have been a gardener, but he knew that he could help. So he returned to the railway the very next day and got to work. The flowers nearly drowned, and he had a few pruning problems. But the plants patiently waited while Liam found better ways of gardening. As weeks rolled by, Liam began to feel like a real gardener, and the plants began to feel like a real garden. It's private information. Most gardens stay in one place, but this was no ordinary garden, with miles of open railway ahead of it. The garden was growing restless. It wanted to explore. The tough little weeds and mosses were the first to move. They popped up farther and farther down the tracks and were closely followed by more delicate plants. Stop! You're gonna bite at the nose. Over the next few months, Liam in the Curious Garden explored every corner of the railway. Stop it, please. Kitties, go away, go away, go away. Over the next few months, Liam in the Curious Garden explored every corner of the railway. Did I show you guys last page? Yeah, it did. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna show you guys just in case. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, good. Let me glance. And then here's how it looked. No, show me a little boy. Baby boy. Stop it. And here's another picture that has no words on it. After spending his spring and summer and autumn with the garden, Liam's time on the railway was finally interrupted by winter. Heavy blankets of snow fell on the city that season, and for the first time since he had become a gardener, Liam could not visit the plants. Look at all that snow. I cannot wait for you guys to hear the end of it. It's so good. Rather than waste his winter worrying about the garden, Liam spent it preparing for spring. After these 3 cold months, the snow finally began to melt, and Liam rolled his new gardening gear over to the railway. Winter had taken a toll on the garden, but thanks to Liam's planning, his handy new tools, and a little help from the sun, the plants soon awoke from their winter sleep. The garden had always wanted to explore the rest of the city, and that spring it was finally ready to make its move. Once again, the tough little weeds and mosses set out first. They popped up farther and farther from the railway, and were closely followed by more delicate plants. The garden was especially curious about the old forgotten things. A few plants popped up where they didn't belong. Others mysteriously popped up all at once. But the most surprising things that popped up were the new gardeners. After there's up a new gardener. Hi, Nash. Hi. Many years later, the entire city had blossomed, but of all the new gardeners, Liam's favorite was where it all began. Look, I'm here. I'm going to show you the before and after. Look at the before and look at the after. And there's an off. There's no, but you're not going to read that. So, if I will be able to do this beautiful book called The Curious Garden. It's just like you can make a change to the world just by one book thing. And in the back it says, one boy's quest for a greener world, one garden at a time. I hope you guys enjoy this book. This is one of one of the books that I've read almost every year. So I love this book, and I hope you guys love it too, because this is a really good book. Bye. Hope you enjoyed. Stay alive. Bye.